Mr. Clerk, announce the vote.
Madam Speaker, there's 75 votes for Glen Casada, 22 votes for Camper, 1 present not voting.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Having received a majority of the votes cast, I hereby declare the Honorable Glen Casada of Williamson County duly, legally, and constitutionally elected Speaker of the House of Representatives for the 111th General Assembly. Without objection, the motion to reconsider goes to the table. The oath of office will be administered by the Honorable Justice Bivens,
who I might add is a constituent of the new Speaker of the House. If you'd raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. I, Glen Casada,
I, Glen Casada,
do solemnly swear, as Speaker of the House of Representatives for the State of Tennessee, for the 111th General Assembly, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Tennessee, and to truly and faithfully discharge the duties of the office to the best of my knowledge and ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, Justice. Appreciate you.
Mr. Speaker Casada, you're recognized for remarks.
All right, I'll try not to be a grown man and cry, all right? I'll just tell you that right now. Judge Bivens, members and guests and dignitaries, which I would like to point them out, they're over here on my right. These gentlemen traveled a long way to come here today, and we are continuing the continuum that Speaker Bill Jenkins, Speaker Jimmy Nafee, Speaker Kent Williams, and of course our dear friend Speaker Beth Harwell. Let's give them a round of applause for their service. And fellow Tennesseans, welcome to the opening session of the 111th General Assembly. A special recognition for our former speakers, which we just gave. And I want you to know that these gentlemen did travel halfway, if not all the way across the state. And I think I'm looking, both of them traveled opposite ends of the state. Thank you again for coming. It was a special favor. To my colleagues in the House, thank you for the tremendous honor you have bestowed upon me today. To stand with you as your speaker as we take this part and as we go forward in history and service and leadership of this great state is truly humbling. Thank you for what you have bestowed upon me. Thank you. And before I begin, I want to say a special thank to the family and friends of our members that are here today from all over the state and all over the country. Your sacrifice allows the members to serve. You give up your time so that they can be here with us. Thank you for your sacrifice, members of families of the members that are here. Thank you. I also want to recognize my family and friends that are here. And Mom and Dad were up here earlier with me, Karen and Dick Casada. Thank you. I got my Aunt Kathy, my sister, I was starting to kid her and say my older sister, but I dare not because it won't be pretty after that. My younger sister, Risa, my brother-in-law, Phil Cox. Of course, everyone knows Carol, there. My son-in-law, C.J. Fondal, and Emma, my youngest daughter. Josh Hoos, my son-in-law, and my oldest daughter, Sarah. And there's Audrey Hoos, who made a joy of our life. Behind that is there's Clark, my youngest son. And I brought some dear friends. So those that know me well, that I have a traveling crew. And I see Tim Stillings and Greg Andrus and Holly. Thank you for joining us as well. Thank you all very much. I'll say this, if a man could be measured by how much he is loved, I would be a wealthy man. And I thank you all for coming. And they have meant everything to me. They've loved me and given me confidence and sent me on my way. And here I am today, okay? I also want to give a special thanks to Speaker Harwell. Excellent job you just gave, leader, but I think she deserves a second recognition. For the last 30 years, y'all bear with me a second. This is remarkable. For the last 30 years, which means she was 12 when you started state. Yep. She has served our state with integrity and distinction. A few people can match her record of accomplishments, the impact she has had on our state and upon my life, and the lives she has changed for the better. What sets Beth Harwell apart is that she is a woman of character. She is a true class act. So please, everyone, let's give her one more round of applause as I thank you for her service. In this chamber today, we have 28 legislators that have been sworn in for the first time. And for those of us that have been here for a while, I can guarantee you that we all still remember the first time we walked through those doors in the back, right? And as members of this, and became members of this honorable body, it is a privilege and responsibility few Tennesseans will experience, and let us never, never, ever take this service for granted. And now that our elections are over and they're behind us, we must come together and tackle the greater task, which is governing. This is a responsibility that none of us can forget, especially as we work to continue the economic trajectory that our state is currently on. Over the last several years, we have worked side by side with Governor Haslam and with our colleagues in the Senate in advancing landmark legislation that has made Tennessee the lowest taxed, the lowest indebted, the fastest improving state in the entire nation in the areas of education, economics, and jobs. And yes, this is an impressive record. This is a foundation that has been laid. And I am confident that under Governor Bill Lee, this will continue under his leadership. But there is much more to be done. With the business of our state before us, we must seize the opportunities that await and embrace the changes that are to come. And these opportunities and these changes will mean a House that is more involved in the budget process, that will empower the legislature to have the voice intended by the Tennessee Constitution. This also means a committee process that is more balanced and ensures important pieces of legislation have a fair opportunity to make it to the House floor instead of being held up by technicalities and things like double referrals. Additionally, expect to see an empowered subcommittee that relies on subject matter experts to do the deep dive and make good bills better. We will also work towards spreading and building upon bipartisanship across this chamber. Last year on this very floor, on the last day of session, we joined across party lines to solve issues at TN Ready and to protect our Tennessee teachers. So as a group, we saw firsthand the success we can have when we work together and working together on policies that matter to Tennesseans. And as we look ahead, we will take this same group momentum and push forward with our shared agenda. Today, I accept this gavel in the spirit of partnership, not partisanship. And I look forward to working with each and every member of this chamber in the coming days. As your speaker, I ask for one thing, and I promise two. First, I ask that you would pray for me daily, that God would put his hand upon my life and give me his wisdom and his guidance. Secondly, and the two things that I promise that at the table of governing, everybody is welcomed, and I promise that my door will always be open to you. And don't be surprised if you see me at your door asking you, how can we make Tennessee a better place to live and work and raise our family? And like you, I share the admiration and awe that comes with walking into the chamber of the House of Representatives. And from time to time, we will disagree and passions will run high. And this is in order that we can represent our districts and the unique needs and wants of our districts and of our constituents. But with that said, respect and decorum will be the rule of the day. And this then will be the common bond that holds us together, which is respect. As state representatives, we are simply caretakers of this House, regular men and women that have been granted the awesome opportunity to serve our constituents. As House Speaker, I give you my word that every decision made will be in an effort to uphold the legacies, the traditions, and the responsibilities given to us, and to keep them firmly intact for the next generation of Tennesseans. Together, the House will lead. Thank you.